only an idiot, a real idiot, that can die of hunger in Uganda. He said this, and I'm sure you heard this.
But aren't we having people dying of hunger?
And those are idiots, because there is enough food in Uganda. If you work hard, there's land in Uganda. The climate is right, in spite of climate change. If you make a double effort to make sure that you go out in the morning, you tilt your land, you plant the seeds, you maintain your plantation, surely you cannot surely, okay? How do you fail then to get food?
Yes, Honorable, I agree, but
now, there are a few traits about African politicians that you need to observe. And in all fairness, it's not quite fair to judge every single African politician as having the same arrogant behaviors. But it's also safe to assume that majority of these African politicians, they are self-centered. They are extremely arrogant. They refuse to listen to other people's perspectives. They oppose any alternative ideas. They have a sense of entitlement. I'm talking about these African politicians, the vast majority of them. And this guy that just spoke, he goes by the name Henry Okello. He's the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs in Uganda, a politician that works directly with Museveni, right? One other characteristic of these arrogant politicians is they lack humility. They would never admit to their mistakes. For example, Henry Okello in that statement said, Ugandans that die of hunger are idiots. Now, that's an extremely foolish statement, a reckless statement coming from an obese politician. As you guys can see, the guy is extremely fat. He has probably eaten, literally, the money that was meant to prevent the starvation in northeast Uganda. Now, according to the Ugandan Human Rights Commission, more than 2,200 people died of starvation and related illnesses in northeast Uganda in 2022 alone. So people are literally dying of hunger, yet an arrogant, irresponsible, reckless politician comes out and calls them idiots for dying. I'll tell you some other behaviors of these extremely arrogant, reckless politicians that have destroyed Africa. They have authoritarian behaviors. They believe that they have to control and dominate everybody else, even though they physically don't have the capacity. For example, Henry Okello, he's extremely overweight, and there is no way that someone in that shape can stand a chance against an average Ugandan. But because he has the military and the police surrounding him 24/7, protecting him from the hungry Ugandans, then he has the balls to come in public and speak this way. He's getting heavily criticized, but that's not going to change anything. He's not going to get fired or investigated for being an arrogant, corrupt piece of crap, because his employer, Museveni, is exactly the same. So there is no way a guy like Henry Okello will be probed for being an arrogant, reckless piece of crap. Another characteristic of these arrogant politicians is they display power and status symbol. They always want to showcase how wealthy they are. The wealth that they have is from money that they stole from the people. So basically, since we all know that politics in many African countries, societies, is the most lucrative career, is one of the career paths where you can generate the highest revenue, because all you have to do is steal public funds, and no problem, you're not going to go to jail. There is impunity, there is nepotism, so no problem. It's left to the people to do something about these arrogant, reckless politicians. Something has to be done. And obviously, these arrogant, reckless politicians, they are never willing to apologize or to take responsibility for their actions. So it's left for the people